Your team can make your business or break your business. Think about it. Your product quality may be great, your service quality may be great, but if you do not have the right team, then you are always stuck in firefighting and you are not able to focus on growth. You are busy doing the work that your team members are supposed to be doing. That's why I say your team can make your business or your team can break your business. Hi. My name is Rajiv Talreja, and as an entrepreneur across my 4 companies, we generate direct employment for more than 2,100 people. And one thing that I know out of 15 years of my journey as an entrepreneur is that the success of a business is not only in the hands of an entrepreneur. The true success of a business is determined by the quality of the team. And through this video, I want to break down for you 6 steps that you need to take to make sure that you build a high performance team. Think about it. A high performance team is a team where people's commitment is high and their capabilities are high. Only when you have team members who are committed, who are honest, who are loyal, who are transparent, who are willing to do whatever it takes, and they have the capability, they have the skill, they have the knowledge, they are smart, they are sharp, and they can get the job done. Only when you have such a team can you focus on your role, which is the growth and expansion of the business. But if you have a team which is not committed or not competent, then you get involved in taking care of things that your team is supposed to take care of, and you get sucked into day-to-day operations and you're never able to focus on growth and expansion. So building a high performance team is a necessity if you want to realize your dream of building a scalable, profitable business. In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 steps that you need to follow to ensure you build a high performance team, which will simplify your life. Building a successful business is simple provided you get the fundamentals right. And I want to break down what those fundamentals are for you through this video. And by the end of this video, I also have a special invitation for you so that you can understand what is the next level for your business growth. So make sure you watch this video till the end. Make sure you make a lot of notes. And at the end of the video, make sure that you take action, because it is action that creates the results. As a business owner, when it comes to building a high performance team, if that one thing you don't get right in your business, I want you to understand, you end up compromising on your journey as an entrepreneur. What do I mean by that? If your team is not able to do what they are supposed to do, it's natural that you jump in and start doing what your team members are supposed to do. And what ends up happening is you play the game for month-to-month survival and you're not able to focus on growth. Secondly, if your team is not a high performance team and there's constant conflict, there's constant blame game, gossip, groupism, then the environment is very, very negative. The energy of people at the workplace is very, very low and down. And you as a business owner end up becoming an arbitrator. You end up becoming a counselor who's always trying to counsel people and convince them to do what they are supposed to do. Lastly, if you don't have a high performance team which is capable to produce results and they keep coming back to you with reasons of why the goal is not possible, over a period of time, even your belief about what is possible in your business gets affected. Your belief goes down and you start believing that building a business, growing a business, making money, creating profits, building a brand is very, very difficult in your industry. So consider this. Only when you build a high performance team do you protect your mind, do you protect your time, and do you protect your focus as an entrepreneur. But if your team is not a high performance team, you get sucked in and your time goes in doing what team members are supposed to do. Your focus is all over the place, which is actually no focus, and you get stuck in chaos. And finally, your self-doubt increases, your fear increases, because you start believing that building a business is difficult. So with that, I want to dive into what are those 6 steps that you need to get right so that you can build a high performance team at your workplace in every single department. I'd love for you to make notes, and the way I have broken down these 6 steps is like 6 R's. R for Rajiv. So I'm going to break down the 6 R's of building a high performance team for all of you. The first R in building a high performance team is to recruit the right people. What do I mean by recruit the right people? This is where, as a business owner, you need to have clarity of what is the role you are recruiting the person for. You need to break down their tasks and activities, and based on the tasks and activities of the role, you need to break down what is the required attitude, what's the required skills, what's the required knowledge to be able to do that job role. Once you have clarity of the required attitude, skills and knowledge that a person should possess to be able to do the job role well, then you got to have a screening and selection method in your recruitment to gather evidence about the required attitude, skill and knowledge in a candidate. If you feel a candidate does not have the required attitude, skill or knowledge, that's the wrong hire. But if you identify a person who has the basic alignment to the required attitude, skills and knowledge required for the job role, then you have found the right candidate. So the journey of building a high performance team actually starts from recruiting the right people. So that's the first R. The second R is role clarity. Once you hire a person, you need to give them clarity of their role based on their capabilities. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of business owners make is they hire a person for one job and then they end up giving multiple tasks to the same person just because they have time availability. Don't give people a job just because they have time availability. Give people a job because they have the capability for that job. And that's how you need to design the role clarity document for your team members, so they know exactly what they're responsible for. They know exactly what are the tasks and activities they have to do. They know exactly what is the parameter you will use to measure their performance. So when you break down their responsibility, tasks and activities and the parameter to measure their performance, that's when you've given them role clarity. Because I want you to look at it. If a person does not have clarity of their role, then they will be firefighting and they will go all over the place, and you cannot demand high performance from a person who's all over the place. You need to create that clarity. You need to create that focus in your team members by creating role clarity for them so they know exactly what they are responsible for. Clarity creates performance, my friends, and that's why role clarity is the second R of building a high performance team. The third R of building a high performance team is remunerate them well. What do I mean by remunerate them well? I want you to know this. If you pay peanuts, then you'll get monkeys. You need to pay people enough. Now you may ask, Rajiv, what is paying people enough? Pay people as per the market standards. What are other companies paying the same person with a similar experience in their companies? Pay them enough, equal to market standards or a little above market standards, because when you want your team members to come to work, you want them to think about the work. But when you don't pay them enough, they are not thinking about the work at work. They're thinking about the lack of money. So you want to remove the money equation out by remunerating people well, by paying them enough so that they are focusing on the work and not focusing on the money. Which brings me to the fourth R of building a high performance team. The fourth R of building a high performance team is to review your team's work consistently. Think about it. If you want high performance to happen at the workplace, you need to review every team member's contribution, every team member's performance consistently, either on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, so that you check whether they are on track for achieving their goals, so that you can give feedback whenever required. Because one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of business owners do is they hire people, they delegate the tasks, they create goals for people, but they don't review and follow through consistently. And when the time lapses for the achievement of the goal, that's when the business owner wakes up and checks, is this person delivered on the goal or not? Has this person gotten the job done or not? That is not a review. That's a post-mortem report. You need to review people on the go. You need to follow through with people and keep aligning their focus, keep giving them feedback so that they can make changes and achieve their goals. Otherwise, it becomes a blame game. Now, I know some people may justify saying, but Rajiv, I don't get the time to review my team members because I'm busy taking care of my customers. Let me tell you this. The difference between a mediocre business owner and a successful business owner is that a mediocre business owner spends majority of their time taking care of the customers, but a successful business owner spends majority of their time building their team members. Because the successful business owners understand when you build a high performance team, that high performance team can take care of thousands of customers. So do not give yourself the excuse of not reviewing your team's performance. That's the most critical activity you need to do as the management of your business. Review is critical because it aligns people and it elevates their focus to get what is required to be done by the time it is required to be done. So make sure you have a system of reviewing your team members consistently if you're serious about building a high performance team. Which brings me to the fifth R of building a high performance team. The fifth R of building a high performance team is respect people. Why do I highlight this? You know, many people make this mistake as business owners, leaders, and managers where they feel just because they are in a position of authority, they can dominate and control people. But what they forget is today your own children are not willing to take your anger. Your own children are not okay with your aggression, leave alone your team members. Today the world has changed. Just because you pay people money does not mean you own them. Today people want to be treated with respect at workplaces. And if you're not treating people with respect, then people leave such workplaces. So make sure that you create an environment, you create a culture, and you walk the talk of treating people with respect. You need to have a zero tolerance policy for ego, blame game, gossip, groupism, domination. You need to have a zero tolerance policy as a business owner, and you need to be a role model as a leader who's treating everybody with respect, who's treating everybody with care, and who's connected to every person. Respect in your team members goes a long way in building a high performance team. So make sure that you walk the talk and you treat people with respect. And remember, just because you get angry, just because you get aggressive, does not mean people listen to you. In fact, the more angry and aggressive you get with your team members, the more they close themselves and pretend in front of you. You want your team members to be authentic. You want your team members to be genuine. And therefore, for you to get that authenticity and genuinity from your team members, you need to be humble. You need to treat people with respect and even understand that it's okay for them to make mistakes. Attacking people, getting aggressive with people, getting angry with people does not serve any purpose at all. People who think that they are macho because they can dominate others are actually insecure people. So you need to understand, secure people treat others with respect, and that's a very critical component in building a high performance team. Which brings me to the sixth and final R of building a high performance team, which is to reward and recognize your people. One common mistake that many people make is that they don't recognize the high performers publicly in their workplace. They feel, Rajiv, if I reward or recognize the person who's doing well, the other team members will feel jealous and insecure. That's not true. Let me tell you this, if you don't recognize the high performer, leave the other team members. The high performer will lose their morale and motivation because they will feel no matter how much I do, I am not getting the recognition, I'm not getting the rewards that I deserve. You want to make high performers a role model at the workplace. And the way you make them a role model is by recognizing them and rewarding them publicly. And you want to recognize and reward people based on performance, not based on your favoritism, not based on your personal liking or your personal bias. Other people get jealous only when you recognize people because of your personal liking and your personal bias. But if you are recognizing a person based on the data of their performance, then there is nobody who can argue with it, there's nobody who can conflict with it, and everybody sees it. And when you're recognizing team members, you need to recognize those who are demonstrating the combination of commitment and capability, who are demonstrating the combination of results and relationships. Because at the end of the day, you want to recognize those who are balanced, who are getting the job done and are taking people along with them and are working with team members like a team member. Those are the future leaders of your organization, and those are the people who deserve recognition. So commitment and capability, result and relationship. The person who's balancing these things is the person who's worthy of recognition and rewards. When you do this, That's when you elevate the aspiration of other team members to also be recognized and therefore perform and produce results and have those relationships which are deep and meaningful. I want you to think about it. When you follow these 6 R's of recruiting the right people, giving them role clarity, remunerating them enough, reviewing their performance consistently, treating them with respect, and recognizing and rewarding the high performers, that's when you create a culture where high performance teams can be built. And when you do these things, you make leadership an effortless science for yourself, because you are doing what's right, you're doing what's required, you're doing what's relevant, and you're doing what produces the next level results. So this is the path that you need to walk as a leader to build a high performance team. Now that you've learned the 6 R's of building a high performance team, I want to congratulate you for completing one very critical foundation, which is building teams in the journey of building a scalable, profitable business. But there are 2 more critical components that come into the picture when you're looking at building a profitable and scalable business. Teams is something that we have taken care of in this video. The other 2 components are creating a strategy of a profitable business model and building systems to set, track, and achieve goals in every single department. Because I want you to think about it. When you have a clear strategy for your business, when you have systems in every single department, and you have a high performance team, that's when you have a well-oiled engine that can produce the next level of results and help you create a profitable, scalable business. Now, for you to continue the learning and understand how to create systems and strategies, I want you to attend my 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar. I started my journey as an entrepreneur in the year 2006. And when I started my journey as an entrepreneur in the year 2006, I started with big goals, big dreams, big plans. But very soon, those big goals, big dreams, and big plans shrunk in size. And the focus of building my business became month-to-month survival. I started 4 companies, out of which I had to shut 2 companies down in the year 2012 when I went through a 70 lakh loss and I earned myself a 45 lakh rupee debt. That's when I realized that something has to change. This has nothing to do with the business I'm building. It has a lot to do with my capabilities as a business owner. And therefore, in 2014, I committed myself to a research project where I went across India and I interviewed 300 business leaders. People like Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw, who's built Biocon. People like Ashok Soota, who's built Happiest Minds Technologies. People like C.K. Kumaravel, who built Natural Salon as India's largest chain of salon. And I asked them 2 questions. What is the strategy of building a profitable, scalable business? And what is the system to set, track, and achieve goals in every department of the business? Asking these 2 questions to 300 business leaders opened my mind to a whole world of possibilities, where I realized the biggest mistake I was making as a business owner was I was doing everything in my business. This has been the mistake of most entrepreneurs. One of my biggest lessons was that if you're the best on your team, if you're the most intelligent person on your team, then you cannot build a scalable business, because you get involved in everything and you get stuck in day-to-day firefighting. Taking these lessons, I designed a 4-hour live training called the Business Breakthrough Seminar, where I break down for my participants what are the 7 foundational activities to build a stable and successful business, so that they have clarity on what they need to initiate in their business for better stability and focus on growth. I also break down for my participants on what is their role as a business owner. Because as a business owner, if you are in chaos, if you are confused, then that chaos and confusion spreads across your team. And I also will break down what are the 3 things that you need to focus on to build a business which can grow without you. More than 70,000 participants have attended more than 175 business breakthrough seminars from across 13 different countries. And out of these 70,000 entrepreneurs, 99.3% of entrepreneurs have responded saying that the Business Breakthrough Seminar was extremely relevant and practical for their business. These are staggering statistics to let you know that you need to be the next participant at the Business Breakthrough Seminar. And I'd love to work with you on helping you identify how can you grow your business and build something that is scalable and profitable. I look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you click on the link and register yourself right now.